Alright, so let's check this out. This is artist gets caught using AI and continues to lie. Um, once again, I mean, my stance of AI is, I mean, if you're gonna use AI art, just be honest about it and say, hey, I'm using AI art. I'm not hiding the fact that I'm using AI art. Just be honest. Just be honest. If you're using AI art, but if you're selling AI art, if you're doing commissions with AI art, it's kind of cringe. I'm gonna be honest. Anyway, let's check this out.
Kind of hard to introduce the point of this video. I mean, it's in the fucking title. Just read. But as you know, VTubers and AI, that shit is like oil and water. However, we are seeing artists that do seem to actually be able to draw a little bit, trace over AI. Why they do this? I don't know. Shit beats me. I don't fucking. However, when artists do this,
I mean, I mean, I, I mean, I wouldn't sell the trace personally, but it will. I guess it will teach you how to draw. I mean, let's be honest. If you're going to, I mean, if you're using AI art to teach you how to draw, I don't see a problem with that. As long, but the thing is, I wouldn't sell the AI art. We'll say if they trace AI art. I mean, get as a stepping stone to make you draw. I can totally understand that. Other than that, I wouldn't do that personally.
glance, it's really hard to tell. You may even think some of the, like weird quirks and stuff, or maybe just stylistic choice, or artists just cutting corners to get shit done. Asumi-chan, an artist that has been doing commissions on
Okay.
Gaijin, a very anti-AI platform, I might add, has been tracing over AI-generated images and biting off of other artists' styles.
I'm. I mean,
And
I mean, if
honestly,
that's a.
it's kind of blatant that Shadi is tracing over AI, in my opinion. Look at this time lapse. Just look at it. Thinking about it, people that don't draw might not know what the issue is with this, but we'll
I'm gonna be honest. It's not. It doesn't look that bad. I'm gonna be real. I don't. It don't look that bad. I'm gonna be honest. It doesn't look that bad. I'm gonna be so for real. It don't look that bad. I mean, that's how I also think the AI has gotten a lot better. It's kind of crazy how good AI has actually has gotten. I mean, is it true? I mean, I need to. We'll continue with the video, but it doesn't look crazy traced in my opinion. But again, I could be wrong.
like always though. Before jumping the gun, let's talk
Yeah.
about.
You're watching Static Tokyo.
Okay.
I just have to say, good job to Teru for making this Google Doc. This shit was hella easy to read.
Got another Google Docky.
Even y'all could probably read it.
I'm like, what do you say fuck me for?
Nah, for real though, you know me. I'm not gonna cover every single detail. Read the shit for yourself. They first go over a list of red flags to catch people who do trace with AI, also which applies to Asumi art.
Fuck up. I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna leave it there for you guys to read that. I ain't fucking reading that. I'm sorry. My dyslexic ass ain't reading that shit.
Or drawing with Asumi. The most notable ones is that art would be deleted whenever someone even utters the word AI, or the comments were hidden and ignored. Asumi art would also change style frequently, which switching and trying different styles is normal for artists to do, but Shadi would like have.
I mean, does that? I mean, I'm keeping it reserved, but does that matter if they change? Does that matter if they change styles? Is that a known thing of like people who trace with AI? If the art styles change quite frequently, I don't know. Again, I'm not in part of the artist. I'm not part of that artist world. All right, I'm a dumb fucker that does. I'm a dumb fucker plays video games and do reactions on the internet. I have no idea what the fuck. I have no fucking clue.
Higher transition into the new style, and the new styles would be a style from another existing artist.
Okay. I'm gonna be honest. I don't. I'm gonna be honest. All this art looks pretty good. I'm gonna be honest. All this art, I'm gonna be honest. I don't. I like all this art looks pretty solid. I'm gonna be honest. like in all serious, this looks none of this art looks that bad. I'm gonna be for real. None of this art looks that bad.
As of right now, her star resembles Ixie, a Japanese artist who unfortunately has an AI bot that trained with her art without her consent or their consent.
Stole that shit.
The artwork that Asumi deleted used to be the style of another Japanese artist named
Okay.
Ogi Cody. I'm probably butchering their names.
Okay.
Tokyo in my name is just because it sounds good, my nigga. You know, keep it easy. But Ogi was also another artist that had their art basically stolen and used for AI learning.
But how? I think it's how. I'm not trying to be a dick about this. Like, how did they find out? That, is it? How did they? How did AI steal their art? By, I mean, I'm being for real. How did they? How did they do that? Like, this is just me being like blissfully ignorant, I guess. Like, how have they done that? Like, they did ask, like, how have they done that? But wouldn't that be like a whole algorithm, internet algorithm of them copying other people's artwork? Like, wouldn't that be like? Isn't it like a whole algorithm with the whole AI sort of thing? I don't know. Is it? If you guys don't let me know, because to be honest, I don't really know the whole ins and outs and all that shit.
Visual sign is an obvious jump in skill in a very short time period. A nigga can't just pick up a brush on some epic Mickey shit and know how to do perfect anatomy and
No, no.
line work and all that shit. Usually, though, the thing to look out for is the line work, since line work is usually something you can't fake as easily. That shit takes time. However,
Line work.
in this case, it seems to be a person that does have the ability to draw to some extent. The line work isn't a very clear sign here.
Okay.
Asumi would also deny giving definitive proof that they aren't tracing, and you may go, "A static, there's a time lapse." Calm down, nigga. We're getting there. But we got to the point where niggas have to use specific programs where multiple artists can draw on the same canvas and see what each other are doing. So of course, if a nigga is tracing, the other people on the canvas will see it.
Oh.
Understand why it's sus that Asumi didn't want to do this?
That's weird.
It's like saying you're not on drugs, and then when they ask you to take a drug test, you say no.
Okay. That is a bit suspicious. That is a bit suspicious. That is a bit suspicious.
Alright, well, you're you're definitely on drugs then. It just makes you look silly. Now, I don't even gotta read this shit word for word to tell y'all why this shit looks sketchy as hell. It looks sketchy because there's no fucking sketch. Shotty's just drawing. For those that don't know, when an artist draws, there's usually some sort of base. There is
Yeah, that is true. That is, I look, as someone who who has art friends like Mackie, my friend Mackie, and also like Bun. They do like little headlines and shit, and I just realized she didn't do the headline stuff. Maybe maybe they already did the pre-line work. Maybe, I mean, I'm as a bit of the doubt maybe, but like, yeah, it seems a bit suspicious. She didn't do the whole like face line thingy. Like, as it was one thing I didn't see is the little, you know how they do the little circle with the little like cross on them. I think they gave them a bit of a baseline for the hair face. Yeah. I didn't see that either.
featureless figure composed of shapes and lines or some shit.
Yeah.
You see how these legit time lapse look compared to Asumi's? They have some sort of base.
Yeah,
Asumi
they do.
doesn't. And on top of that, she's not messing up either. Like the Control Z keys aren't being used, so she is drawing without a sketch.
Ooh.
Now,
Ooh. True. Okay, but when I attempt to draw, I'm a terror. I'm actually so freaking bad. I'm so bad at drawing shit half the time that I need to do like I need like I go back and forth all the time. My shit's terrible.
to talk about how time lapses work, in Clip Studio Paint, which happens to be a software I actually use whenever I want to doodle like stick figures or whatever, you would think that when you hit record on the time lapse to, you know, start the recording, it will show everything you're doing on the canvas, every layer.
That's cool.
But nope, you can just hide layers, which kind of makes time lapses meaningless when you try to prove that you're innocent, which makes Asami
Fair enough.
declining to do the shared canvas request even more suspicious. On October 7th, Tuber called out an artwork that looks like Asami just traced over it, to which Asami blocked them. A day later, Asami uploaded another time lapse. Then on October 9th, Asami deleted 2 time lapses that have been there since April 2025.
Fair enough.
VGen took notice, hit Asami up, basically asking for proof she isn't using AI, and they asked how she is able to just draw without any sketch. And Shadi's response was,
That is a bit suspicious. I'm not gonna admit that is a bit suspicious. Is it? I mean, she's not. I mean, she should just say. I mean, is it? I don't see anything wrong with tracing over AI. AI. If you because you're still technically drawing. You're still technically drawing, but you could. I mean, you're technically drawing the commission, but it may. I wouldn't charge like. I wouldn't charge big money for AI trace. I wouldn't pay money at all, to be honest, for it, to be honest. Because let's be honest, if I want AI art, I'll just go get AI art. I don't see the purpose of like tracing over AI art to sell it as a commission. It's a bit weird in that respect. It's a little bit weird, to be honest. It's a little bit weird.
PT after a time in Night City.
Practicing with beautiful lines after without sketches and thick outlines would make you proud to do it yourself. But people tend to misunderstand. I posted a new video. I hope it answers your questions.
Okay.
What?
You might think that maybe English isn't her first language, but
No.
she didn't talk like this in any other messages. So it seems to just be vague to dodge the question.
Seems very vague.
So, you're just built like that? Asami
Oh.
goes, yep, I'm just goated. But then says
Okay.
that she does erase and redo her drawings a lot, but Clip Studio only records the video from where you last left
Well,
off.
she could to be fair, and this is being this is giving a bit of a doubt again. She could have hand drawn it. She could have visually hand drawn the commission, and I've seen people do that. Hand draw it on a piece of paper. Like print it, like took a picture of it and traced it and just traced it on the website, on the software. I mean, I'm not saying that excuses it, but like, you know, she might have already drawn it, and she might have already drawn it like paper wise. I mean, I've seen people do that. Not saying that she has done that without the line work, because as you say, the line work is almost unreal. But like, you know, benefit of the doubt, she could have just hand drew it first, took a picture of it, then started drawing it on the program. I mean, I'm just giving benefits of the a little bit of benefits of the doubts here.
Actually, you can only export the recording or stop the recording. And when you go to stop it, Studio Paint will give you a warning that you're about to stop it. Now, when you look at the time-lapse that was posted on October 8th, this one does have a sketch. However, it's a time-lapse in Procreate, which is a drawing application that is primarily used on iPads. The thing with Procreate time-lapses, though, it's also hella easy to just hide layers. So this kind of isn't proof at all. However, like we mentioned earlier, the only way to get proof is to go on a shared canvas, so you can basically draw in front of an audience that can see literally everything you're doing on the canvas. Asami was basically given this opportunity, and Shadi basically...
I don't need to keep proving myself over and over again because of what people say about me. I want to take part in the witch hunts or hate culture that start when people put themselves above others.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm gonna be honest. She has a right not to. She can't. I mean, if people are just shitting on her like full stop, I kind of agree in some regard. But like, you know, it is a bit. I must say, it is a bit dodgy that she's invited to like she's invited to like I guess like a friendly drawing collab, and she's like, nah. So I do agree that is a bit suspicious. But if you constantly being shit on, like for shit on and shit on and shit on, why would you? Like, why would you be nice to people? Why why would you like join something? Like, I do agree in some respects, but I don't agree in some. It is suspicious that she won't go to that collab with the multiple drawing thing. But also, I understand that if you getting so much hate on you, why would you as well? Like I kind of I can agree to disagree. You know?
She said no, and obviously it's a common thing for AI tracers to get defensive whenever someone asks for a shared canvas to just see their workflow firsthand.
Mm-hmm.
Asmi, however, doesn't seem to be new to niggas accusing her of using AI, since a lot of art of hers
Mm-hmm.
was deleted due to people finding AI-like inconsistencies, tracing all
Yeah, deleting art is a big red flag. Uh, a big red flag. All right, that is a big red flag that you're deleting art. All right, if you, to be honest, if you doing AI tracing, are you doing AI to trace? I think that you just be honest about it. To be honest, I think you just should be honest and say, I trace it. I trace with AI. I trace AI art. I mean, Powell did it, I guess.
2024 on Asmi's old account that got suspended.
Mm.
Mind you, again, a completely different style than her current, by the way.
Mm.
Now, as
Mm.
an American, unfortunately, I know how guns look. In fact, I'm pretty sure anyone that has played any game with weapons or firearms
Okay.
have a general idea of how blasters look.
Okay.
Say the word, I don't know, whatever. At least to the point they know that the muzzle of the gun isn't facing the user. Now, I trust my YouTube
Mm.
audience's IQ level to know that this isn't right. Also,
Okay. 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 She. Okay. That's pretty bad.
I'm scared to
That's
show
pretty
the
bad.
real blaster, one may say, on the screen. Otherwise, I'll get hit with lightning by the YouTube
Mm.
gods. Also, there was the usual AI inconsistencies where
Uh. Let's have a look. I think you're nitpicking there. I think you're nitpicking. I think you're nitpicking, to be honest. You're nitpicking a bit, to be honest. I think I think that's a bit. I think that's massively nitpicking, to be honest. To be honest, both these are if it's AI, it's not that it's pretty decent. I'm gonna be honest.
air doesn't make much sense.
It's more. Uh, that looks a bit nitpicky. That okay. I can see the point with the here. I mean, there's a bit nitpicky, to be honest. I mean, that seems a bit the horn seems a bit I know that seems a bit nitpicky. Yeah, the bow on the horn, I guess you can, is a bit weird. Yeah, I mean, yes, there's some inconsistencies, but like, there's some inconsistencies, but I'm not like I don't see the pro. I'll be honest, the art still looks good. To be honest.
Inconsistencies with things you wouldn't catch at a glimpse, but once
Yeah.
zoomed in, it's very not correct. When doing fan art, of course, AI doesn't do a good job on completely replicating it correctly, like
They don't. They
a
don't.
human would.
They don't.
So if certain design elements don't line up, they don't work.
But that's what I'm saying. Thing is, for a lot of people who don't give a shit as well, like close is good enough. And plus, you can. I mean, I can understand that with like, people don't want to pay, can't afford commissions, and I do think AI is in that case has a valid reason to be used. Alright, and I think like close is good enough, you know, because you're not paying for it either. So close is good enough, but because in this case, it's not the case.
was highly anticipated, and artists were drawing fan art based off of the small snippets that Saba posted. AI niggas took the small snippets and fan art to train the AI. However,
Okay.
obviously, what the AI spewed out was the wrong interpretation of the design since it was learning based off
Okay.
of prediction snippets. When Saba released the real design, AI niggas were quick to train the AI to be more correct.
Okay.
The earliest results was on June 20.
I mean, is this AI? So is this AI? Because if this is AI, this is not bad. In all consideration, if this is AI, this is not bad. I'm gonna be honest. If this is AI, this is not that bad. I'm gonna be for real. To be honest, if this is AI, this is not bad.
2025. Asami does fan art for Saba 2 days after this.
I'm gonna be honest. This is not. That's not bad either. I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna be honest. This is not bad either. To be honest, I'll be quite happy with that. I'll be quite happy with that. To be honest, like so real. It looks fine to me. To be honest.
Placement was off. Tiny details like the boat was gone, and the bow on the ear is gone. So as we stated before, Asami would have one style and switch it like she owns the Omnitrix or something,
Okay.
while also deleting old art with the previous style. Obviously,
Okay.
deleting old art in and of
Yeah, deleting old stuff is suspicious. I'm gonna be honest. It's crazy suspicious that you're deleting it. Oh, it just makes you look bad by doing that.
itself isn't really a bad thing.
No.
A lot of artists delete their old work, even though artists are doing it less and less now just to show that they are legit.
Fair enough.
Zero even caught Asami deleting stuff. They took a screenshot of her Pixiv page on October 7th.
Okay.
And when Sarah was writing this doc on October 11th, that's when they saw that all those artworks were white. The style they are using right now is Ixie. This is Ixie's art from November of 2020.
Okay.
And this is Ixie's art
Okay.
being used in AI on April of 2024.
To be honest, very good. If that's AI, that's not bad. Again, yes, there's definitely some inconsistencies, but it doesn't look that bad. I'm gonna be honest, it doesn't look that bad.
And this is Asami's art.
To be honest, it doesn't. It actually looks pretty good. To be honest, it actually looks. I mean, I'm gonna be real. The artwork looks really good. I'm gonna be honest. The artwork looks really good. I'm gonna be so for real. The art looks pretty good. I'm gonna have to be honest.
July of 2024.
Okay.
There's also similar poses being used. The
Okay.
artist style they were seemingly using before was Ogi from 2023 to mid 2024. And Ogi already spoken about how fucking annoying the AI shit is since like 2023. Asami also follows Ogi and Ixie and a few other artists with similar styles on various platforms. But to show y'all, this is Ogi's art and this is Asami's art.
I don't. I mean, I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna be honest. I thought that this looks more AI than this one. I'm gonna be for real. I'm gonna be so for real. This one looks more AI than this one. I'm gonna be real.
It's not looking good for Asami like at all. Also, there's a bunch of AI-like details in some of these backgrounds in Asami's art. It's kind of hard to tell those sometimes since the backgrounds are like blurred to give it like a focus effect.
Yep.
It doesn't help Asami's case either when the AI models for this art style was uploaded before Asami did art in the style. Now, if there wasn't any AI model before Asami did art in the style, then the chances of it being traced are greatly reduced, but sadly, that isn't the case. Asami was also taking commissions, and these were also done after Ogi style.
Yeah. See, I wouldn't have I wouldn't have a problem with her tracing AI, but I wouldn't be charging like mega like. I feel like you shouldn't be. I mean, you can charge. I guess you can charge, but the thing is, I wouldn't. But you gotta be. I think you gotta be transparent. Transparent if you're gonna be doing it. I do agree that you are tracing AI, but I do think you need to be very transparent on that sort of stuff. Myself.
Able to be generated by AI. Asami also had Uekura's art style for a bit, but weirdly enough, Asami had Uekura blocked, which I don't know, make of that what you will. But again, with the same trend of this art style being snatched by AI.
Is that? I mean, for AI art, it's not that bad. I'm gonna be so for real. For AI art, that's not terrible.
Before Asami started using the style. But for those that don't know the stark contrast of styles that Asami has exhibited here, look at this chart.
Okay. Okay, there's definitely a lot of change of styles. I mean, I feel like a lot of artists do have different with multiple styles. Is very cool. I think if they can do multiple styles. Personally, it is a bit suspicious. Like, especially with your art changes within a month. Art style sort of changes within a month. But you know, she could be just super, like very good at doing different styles as well. That's because I mean, again, there's another bit of the down.
Same characters, but just different styles. Shit looks sus. You're either Ben 10 with the arts, or you're doing some slimy shit.
Stole that shit.
Terry then goes on to question the growth of improvement being just hella fast from 2021 to 2025.
Okay.
Around 2023 is when AI backgrounds start to come into the picture, as well as Asami using Ogi's style.
Okay.
And as we know, Asami later swapped to Ixi style.
Okay.
So apparently at some point during the night of November 28th or very early of November 29th, Asami went on a mass deletion spree. Asami mass deleted a bunch of shit. All the art is gone and it's really just her OC. Teru noticed this shit on the 29th of November. Coincidentally enough, before midnight of November 28th, Teru emailed Asami, apologizing about their harsh wording in a quote retweet that led Asami to block them.
Fair enough.
Teru emailed Asami hoping to clear things up, and Teru thought, hey, maybe I'm tweaking and making connections out of nothing. Teru requested to see the PSD or layers of these artworks, but Teru at the time thought these were AI generated.
Who the fuck is this nigga, bro?
Due to the inconsistencies that just wouldn't make sense if a human.
I'm not. As again, this seems very nitpicky. This seems very nitpicky.
Seemingly this skill would have. Now, there is also just a crazy output of art on Asami's account, plus the commissions she was doing on VGen, which has been taken down by VGen themselves. But Shadi was making like 60 plus complete pieces in 57 days. Crazy output.
Yeah. Okay. She's okay. She's definitely doing AI tracing, 100%. I mean, to have that sort of output is insane. Again, I wouldn't have a problem with it if she just be honest with it. I think she'll get less backlash if she owned up to that shit. Own up to it though.
Teru says it's not completely impossible, but then points out that sometimes the anatomy of her OC appears to not have much consistency. Now, this is where my vision clocks out because the anatomy does look around the same or similar to me. But
Yeah. Yeah.
Teru points out that there are some weird things with this time lapse, where Shoddy would erase a
Yeah.
line to correct it, but not actually correct it, like it looks the same. I personally do see a bit of a difference, and I personally know that some of my artist friends get picky like that. Like, these lines appear to be way girthier than these ones. But Teru also points out that the sweater isn't very consistent when it comes to like the braided parts. Now, as we know, Asami was taking commissions on BGen for like
$220. Okay. Okay, that's $220 is, and I say that's USD. That's insane. That's insane. That's insane. No.
50 beans. That's quite a bit of money. You know how many hot and readies that is? And funny enough, this whole thing came to my attention when my homie Halo told me about it, because Halo, unfortunately, was one of the people that commissioned Asami. In fact, she was the last one to commission Asami.
Damn.
BGen is having a bit of an issue with artists not exactly generating AI, but tracing over it, which is obviously harder to spot, especially if the person can draw. And I even pointed out that maybe Asami only did Skeb-like commissions because it gives her more wiggle room for poses. Because if it's something specific that a client requests, it'll be harder to get it exactly how they want it with AI. And
Fair enough.
it'll be easier to spot when a person is probably using AI, since what they drew doesn't match the vision. You get what I mean? I don't want that shit to put pressure on Skeb artists, though, because it can quickly devolve into people not trusting Skeb artists. But it is something that I think is interesting to think about.
I'm gonna be real. I'm gonna be real. I mean, if there's a, I wouldn't have a problem if she used. I wouldn't have a problem if she was honest and say, "Look, I use AI to give me a rough idea of what you want." Then I trace and also make improvements on with the AI art to make it do it my own way. To be honest, if she said that, then I wouldn't be so bad if she's honest about it. She uses AI to give a baseline of what she wants to do. I don't see a problem with that. But charging $120, I'll assume USD, for that is insane. I'm gonna be honest. If you're an AI sketcher and you should just be honest and say, look, this is what I do. I'll charge you like at most $20. And I'll say you get more commissions, but by selling those sort of styles for $20. You know, $120, fucking insane.
Sami's response was this drawing.
Again, if this is AI, this is very, very good. It's a very, very good drawing.
So, yeah, her VGen is gone. Like I said, this image was her response. So I
Yeah,
guess she's just going to keep it pushing. I don't know. Actually, got new info as I was recording this video. Shoddy actually gave proof of her drawing. Why does this shit have quotes in it? I'll get to that. But it's basically her recording herself drawing. You can see the tablet in her hands. And usually, this is pretty cut and dry. And, wait, Jarvis?
Sir?
Enhance image.
Yes, sir.
So, this is a color wheel / slider.
Yeah.
The thing with the color wheel is that there's green. Now, for those that don't know how to chroma key, actually, you know what? I use a green screen.
Yeah.
Just chroma key it out in editing. It's very, very easy to do. Asami here had something she was tracing that was green and chroma keyed it out so we couldn't see it. That motherfucker's cheating! And also, you can see some of the chroma key bleed over some of the he was making. This is easily something you can miss if you aren't paying close attention. But yeah, shouts out
Just be honest. To be honest, let's be honest.
This for me is kind of puts a nail in the coffin. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, as a person that doesn't fuck with generative AI, this icks me out. And it's even worse considering that she went to links to chroma key shit in the video that she was using to prove she isn't using AI. So it's just kind of ick, you know what I mean? Also, I do want to point out there are people now using Asami's email to sign her up to various sites to just fuck with her, which is not cool. It's fucked up. Don't
They do that.
But what do you guys make of this? If you happen to be a VTuber as well, or just a nigga that commissions art, have you ever had a story of learning that the person you commissioned used AI in some way?
Alright, good video. I'm gonna be honest. Personally, it doesn't really bother me. It doesn't really bother me. I think she should be 100% honest if she's gonna be doing AI tracing. I feel like she's doing. I think she's doing way too much just to hide it. I think it would be better if she just be honest about it. To be honest, I think if she was honest about using AI, I think people would say, okay, fair enough. Fair enough. I still don't like it, but like at least you're being honest about it. That's my take. But anyway, what do you guys think? What do you guys takes on AI? My personal opinion, I don't have an issue. I mean, I think as long as you're honest about using AI, I think that's fine. I think that's fine. I mean, people are always going to use a cheaper alternative on stuff to get what they want. So if using AI art is cheaper, or is cheap because it's free, then people are going to use AI art, and you can't really stop them from doing that. Alright, and to me, I understand people say, "Oh, but the AI art's not very consistent." I mean, yeah, but close enough is better than nothing if you're not paying for if you're getting it for free. Just saying. Anyway, please let me know what you guys think in the comments section below. And yeah, that is the video. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you when I see you. Adios.